had French fries for the first time in like maybe, I don't know, 4 months over this past weekend, and they were so bad. I remember a time where like going out to eat for me meant eating French fries, and like I had to eat French fries, and if I didn't eat French fries, then I was missing my chance to have like this special fried food, and I would eat all of them in sight because they were so special, they were so built up in my mind and so delicious and so bad for me and all this shit. And I don't know when it was, but a few months ago, maybe 4 or 5 months ago, I saw an article about how restaurants just reuse frying oil, reuse it, and how that's really bad and creates a lot of oxidation in the oils, which already exist, and they're already inflammatory. And I have like severe gut issues right now where any food, healthy or not, creates massive bloating and pain for me. So as soon as I saw that, I was like, I can't keep knowingly, like, even if it's once a week, consuming that kind of thing, something that's double fried. But I also want to be clear, like, generally speaking, I do not consume fried food. And so I stopped having fries. And I remember at first, I was like, I did feel fairly deprived. Like if I went out with my husband and his family, and they would all get fries, I would be like, oh, poor me, in my head, and maybe have like 1 or 2. But having this visual in my mind of the triple double fried oil and the inflammation, that was enough. And I started to get more and more turned off. And then basically I was just in this position where no one around me was ordering fries for a few months. And that just kind of happened. And then I had the chance to have a few this past weekend, and I was like, oh my God, these are gonna taste so good. This is gonna be exciting. We were at like kind of a sports bar-y type place. Usually I would just ask for like a plain baked potato on the side. But that wasn't an option. So I was like, whatever. And I wasn't starving. So I was like, this will probably be a good test. I was actually feeling really full and bloated and bad. So they came, and I was like, oh my God, Sarah, in my head, I was like, you can't eat all of these. I felt like my stomach hurt just looking at them. Do you ever have that happen? Like the anticipation of like, oh my goodness, I haven't had this food in so long. And then I had a few, and I was like, wow, not that good. And yes, okay, sometimes fries are really good, and sometimes they're bad. But like, before this experience, I cannot remember a time where I had a French fry and I was like, yeah, that's bad. Like, they're all kind of frozen and then fried in oil and warm. Like, my standards for fries, I'm sorry, they weren't that high. And this whole experience just really reminded me that like, the more you give your body goodness, the more it will crave and want that goodness. But also, the more polarizing things like this will become. Like, I genuinely do not feel restricted. I did not feel like I had to binge. I did not feel like any of those feelings. And yeah, it's about fucking stupid French fries. But so many women in my program have not gotten to this place yet. And like, that's what we're doing. That's what we're working on. That's the goal. The goal is to get to the place where no single food has control over you like this. And let's be honest, especially not a food that deep down doesn't really have any nutrient value. Potatoes are amazing. They're one of the healthiest, cheapest, most widely available foods out there. French fries, like, they're come on, we eat them because people like them. You don't eat them because they're high in nutrients. So let's just call a spade a spade. If you have a food like this in your life, I would highly encourage you to take a break from it and then come back to it in a few months, and you will see that all the rose-colored glasses of it have come off. It's really not that special, and the only thing you actually needed to convince was your mind.